Hi, my name is Colleen Sullivan, and I am thrilled to offer you this support group as a safe place, a safe space where everyone can feel met, heard, and receive the support that you may be searching for, like I was. Right off the bat, I want to say that this is a no shame, no guilt zone, and that we are here to positively support and lift each other up. When I was navigating this process of supporting my son's ADHD years ago, I felt alone, I felt isolated, felt overwhelmed because there really weren't any real solutions or support. And I don't want anyone else, any mom, dad, caretaker, parent, to feel like you are on this journey alone. So I'm here for you to hear your stories, hear your struggles, and to offer you solutions that could really help support your family. And because of my experience, I feel compelled to share what's worked so well for my son because I know firsthand what the struggle is like. I've walked in your shoes and experienced all the pain points and really often felt hopeless and frustrated. So I made it my mission and purpose to support other families on this journey. So a little bit about me. My son was diagnosed at 6 years old. He's now 25. He's a great kid, but was really held back by his inability to focus all through his school years. So he struggled not only with his ADHD symptoms, but also with all the side effects from the medications we experimented with. So the side effects, let's talk about them for a hot second. He had no appetite, issues sleeping, increased anxiety, increased heart rate. And probably the one that broke my heart the most was him losing his personality, walking around feeling numb and like a zombie and really not like himself. It wasn't until his senior year in college. So he was diagnosed at, first grade. It wasn't until his senior year in college when we really got a handle on his ADHD symptoms. He came off the medications and onto this natural protocol that I discovered around the gut-brain connection. And he started to experience a shift both in his ability, his academic ability, and emotionally in his life, and onto a more positive and resilient path that we were really seeking all those years. So I knew deep in my heart that the medications were not a long-term solution. I wanted a more root cause solution for him that allowed him to feel like himself and put his best self forward. So I want to educate you all a little bit. If you've connected with me through social media, you've seen some of my content, little snippets of the gut brain science, little snippets of these solutions. A lot of you have started on the saffron extract, mood and focus pixie stick, but I want you to be aware of more about the science and some other solutions that can really support you as a parent and your kiddos. So I believe awareness is key. Knowledge is power. And we can take this knowledge and really take ownership of our health and our health of our families. And this is why I call this group the Empowered ADHD Support Group. So you have this knowledge in your fingertips, in your hands, and then you can take it and really apply it and have your family have a meaningful impact on your family. So I'm going to share my screen. So bear with me for a second. Right. So there we go. So how to help your kids feel more focused, calm, and happy with natural approaches. So my big discovery over the last 4 years as I've dived into this science, and we'll get into it a little in a moment, is that there are natural approaches that are used elsewhere as first-line therapies that we can take and harness the science and really bring about a meaningful impact for our kiddos. So these are our kiddos. These are some of my friends that these solutions have helped their kids. This is my son, Eamon, and this is why we are so passionate about sharing these solutions, because of how they've had a meaningful impact on our kids' lives. So here's Eamon, this is Val and her son, and this is Melissa and her son, Ben. And at times we'll have Val come on and share her story. Melissa's going to come on and share her story. So ADHD is more than an inability to focus. It is a collection of symptoms. So I'm sure a lot of these symptoms are probably jumping off and you're resonating with for your kiddo. Messy, restless, impulsive, inattentive, disorganized, anxious, careless, creative. So they're not all negative symptoms for our ADHD kiddos. But they're a collection of symptoms, and why pharmaceuticals are not a home run for kids is that they treat only one symptom and target only one neurotransmitter, leaving the root cause unsolved. So an example, Ritalin for focus targets the neurotransmitter norepinephrine. Prozac for mood targets only serotonin. Wellbutrin targets motivation or our neurotransmitter dopamine. And they come with a host of side effects. I don't know one person that has not, or one kiddo who has not experienced a side effect from any of these medications. I mentioned them for my son: loss of appetite, sleeplessness, loss of personality, zombie-like feeling, flattened energy, lack of motivation, mood swings, and increased anxiety are just a few of them. So ADHD, what does ADHD have to do with the gut-brain connection? The science is telling us that there is something that we can do to help. So the science is pointing us and proving over and over again that we actually have a second brain. It's called our gut microbiome. I discovered this book, The Mind-Gut Connection. It's right here on your screen. Dr. Emran Mayer is the author of The Mind-Gut Connection, and he is a world leader in the area of the brain-gut microbiome interaction. So how the gut talks to our brain and how our microbiome, if it's in balance, will create these feel-good neurotransmitters that I had on the previous slide. It'll create norepinephrine, serotonin, dopamine, up to 95% of these feel-good neurotransmitters. And it really is the source or the root cause of these mental wellness issues. So why is the microbiome and the gut-brain axis so important? So the good bacteria in your gut microbiome is responsible for creating most of our neurotransmitters, and it's responsible for how we feel and how we behave. So serotonin for happiness. Serotonin is our feel-good mood neurotransmitter. Dopamine for motivation. GABA for calmness. So we need GABA to feel relaxed when we are presented with a pressure situation or in the face of stress. Norepinephrine for focus. When the gut has an imbalance, so the wrong kind of bacteria or more bad bacteria than good bacteria, it sends improper signals to the brain, such as lack of focus, irritability, sadness, and anxiousness. And the gut talks to our brain through hormones, these neurotransmitters, and the vagus nerve, or what we call the gut-brain axis. So what we know is that there is a bi-directional communication between the gut and the brain and the brain and the gut. But 95% of the information flows upward from the gut to the brain, really making our gut the first brain, even though they call it the second brain. So why is prebiotic and probiotic strain specificity so important? And which strains improve focus, behavior, and mood? So when we change the bacteria in our gut and feed it the right food, so our prebiotic fibers, we can improve how we feel and behave. but we need to add specified strains of the good bacteria. So specific strains of these probiotics. And we need to use the food source that is going to get them thriving and growing and flourishing. So we know that the more good bacteria that we have is going to give us a more diverse gut microbiome. And we know a more diverse gut microbiome gives us a healthier mind and a healthier body. So the specific probiotic strains that are in the products that I recommend are these 3 strains. And this is why strain specificity is so important. Guys, if you are buying just any probiotic off the shelf or off Amazon, and it does not have this strain number, you don't know what that strain is going to do for you. So there are so many strains of bacteria that you can put into your body, but if it doesn't have that strain number, we don't know the result it's going to give you. So this strain number, Lactobacillus rhamnosus R0011, reduces stress by lowering cortisol exposure and improves GABA neurotransmission. So cortisol is our stress hormone. We want to keep the levels regulated and keep them normal, not high. GABA transmission is for relaxation and calmness. So this next strain, Bifidobacterium longum R0175, enhances calmness by decreasing anxiety and improving cognitive functioning. Lactobacillus helvectis R0052 improves mood by decreasing neuroinflammation. And if we have neuroinflammation or inflammation along the gut-brain axis, think of it as static. And that static is preventing those signals, those neurotransmitters from traveling from the gut to the brain. And it also means that it's going to, you're not going to have good gut integrity. So leaky gut brings on leaky brain. So guys, this is the clinical data tested on humans with these strains of bacteria. And you can see 60% decrease in irritability, 55% decrease in anxiousness, 50% decrease in negative mood states or depression, 49% reduction in overall stress, and a 70% increase in good bacteria. That means the good bacteria is going to start starving out the bad guys, and it's going to send these good signals up to our brain. Your kids are going to feel better. They're going to have less irritability, less tension, more focus, and more cognitive functioning. So these are the prebiotic fibers that are used in the solution, the gut-brain axis solution I recommend. And there are 2 clinical studies with a group of kids with autism that studied these prebiotic fibers, and they saw that a change in the prebiotic fibers by adding these fibers in, they saw a change in the bacteria in our gut, which brought about a diversity in the microbiome. So we know that's good, and it improved the gut integrity, so less leaky gut. So what they saw in these kids, this group of autistic kids, was less gastrointestinal issues, less tension, less irritability, less leaky gut, less acting up, and behavioral issues, and less inflammation. They saw improved neurotransmitter production, improved brain performance, and optimization across the gut-brain axis. Everything started working more efficiently, and it brought about a positive change in cognition and behavior. So those 2 studies on these prebiotic fibers that we use in these solutions, and they're matched up with the probiotic strain. So if you give your body just the probiotic strains or the bacteria, you don't give them the right proper food, their preferred food source, they're just going to die off. They're not going to flourish, and they're not going to do what they're meant to do. And that is to improve your mental wellness. So some of the other phytonutrients and amino acids in this gut-brain axis formulation that really hone in on helping our kiddos with ADHD, L-theanine. And the one that's in this product is probably the best on the market, called sun-theanine. So not all supplements are created equal. A lot of them are tainted with fillers and not so good ingredients. So you really have to be careful about the sourcing and the potency of these nutrients. We use all brand ingredients with the clinical data behind them and the research. So you can be sure that you're getting a really good product. L-theanine is a relaxing and calming amino acid, helps shift brain waves away from tension and anxiety. So those are your beta waves towards relaxed alertness, or alpha waves. It decreases tension and anxiety and creates a more calm alertness. And it can also help with sleep. L-glutamine is another amino acid, primary food source that's the cells that line your intestines eat, helps with leaky gut and supports that gut barrier function to prevent toxins from getting into the bloodstream and the brain. Beta-glucan is an anti-inflammatory and immune cell priming benefits to optimize the signaling from the gut to the brain. So this is not just a probiotic supplement. We are getting the whole gut-brain axis working more effectively. And then there's a phytobiotic blend. The one that I'd like to highlight is the New Zealand pine bark. New Zealand pine bark is used as first-line therapy for ADHD in New Zealand. And one thing I want to mention is L-theanine is also used as first-line therapy in Asia. So these are the natural protocols that are used elsewhere before they even go down the pharmaceutical route and medications for their kiddos. So New Zealand pine bark really calms the distracted monkey mind, that busy mind, when our kids feel like there's a lot of noise up there, a lot of clutter. So it supports mental function, concentration, and really helps decrease that distraction. There's Asian apple fruit extract and French grapeseed extract here, more antioxidant properties, flavonoids, anti-inflammatory properties, just to get the gut-brain axis working more effectively. These are just natural solutions that you can download if you follow me on social media. And I'm going to give you these slides in a PDF form, so you can read all about the natural ingredients in these solutions that I recommend. So what is the solution and how to get started? Most of you that have connected with me have your kids on at least the Kids Mood Saffron Extract, but I wanted to highlight some of the more comprehensive systems that are available that can just enhance your results. So this is the Kids Pack. There is a comprehensive multivitamin. I don't have it right next to me, but it's right here. The Kids Vita GBX. It's more than a multivitamin. It has more than 50 vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and phytonutrients to support the mind and the body. The Saffron Extract Mood and Focus Pixie Sticks that I just really recommend, supports stress resilience, cognitive functioning, calmness, focus, positivity, and we'll go over each of the ingredients in this Kids Mood. And then there's the Kids Fundamentals Gut-Brain Access protocol that improves overall mental wellness. So this is the Kids Mood. And guys, 3 specific herb extracts in this Saffron Extract Mood and Focus Pixie Stick. It was just awarded a US patent. So that means no one else has this formulation. No one else can replicate it. It has the research, the validation behind the formulation. So this is a huge win for your kiddos. The Afron, which is a branded ingredient of the saffron extract, helps normalize serotonin and dopamine activity. Those are those feel-good neurotransmitters for mood, motivation. Lowers stress hormones, including cortisol. So our kids are going to feel less stressed, less anxious. The holy basil supports stress regulations, provides that calm to the body and mind, supports, lowers anxious feelings, more stress resilience. Our kiddos need this. And the rosemary extract supports mental focus and the immune system. I've stated the importance of the immune system, because the immune system, 70% of the immune cells reside in your gut, and that your immune system helps transport those feel-good neurotransmitters up to the brain. This is our nootropic or our cognitive enhancer Edge. It comes in 2 flavors, grape and watermelon. I suggest the grape for kiddos, but the watermelon is equally delicious. I'm actually drinking it here tonight. And I can drink it at night because there's no stimulants, no caffeine, no sugar. It's not going to keep me awake at night. And it's delicious. So 3 plants in this cognitive enhancer. Mango leaf extract provides mental energy, cognitive performance, reduces mental fatigue. Think about your kiddo at the homework table and they are just mentally exhausted. Guys, this helps. Lychee fruit helps regulate metabolism. And we know that improving metabolism will help with brain performance and helps with that mind-body connection. And the palm fruit improves neurotropic factors, BDNF, which promotes neuron regeneration, helps with dopamine production, and helps with your mood and better learning and better creativity. So this is just a home run for our kiddos. It's safe for kids. It's plant ingredients, guys, all natural. This is the happy juice that I recommend for teens and adults and our kiddos. The only difference, you would swap out the mentobiotics, which is more for teens and adults, with kids fundamentals. So there's just 2 different formulations for the gut-brain axis powder. This creates a coordinated neurotransmitter balance. So the mentobiotics improves serotonin and GABA for mood, calmness, and stress resilience. The Edge, as I mentioned, creates more dopamine readily available to the brain, for more motivation. And the energy packet is 3 tiers of energy. So it's activating the norepinephrine in your brain, and it's giving you mental energy, physical energy without the sugar, the jitters, or the crash, and also mental awareness, which is that focused energy. So these 3 products mixed together makes Happy Juice. And I have all this available. You just have to reach out to me. Or if you're following me on social media, just tap my links in my bios on any of the social media platforms. This is the Happy Mind Pack. So it's similar to the Happy Juice. It just has some extra adaptogens and nootropics in it to create a happy mind. And I really highly recommend this one also for our adults and teens. It has Edge, the cognitive enhancer. It has the energy for the 3 tiers of energy. It has Menta Focus, which helps, it has, phytonutrients, helps wake up your brain, activate neurons for better focus, memory, and sharpness. And it also has our mood adaptogen, which has ashwagandha, kanna, rufuma, and magnolia bark to reduce tension, lower stress and anxiety, and elevate your mood. So I really recommend this for adults. This month for May, you get the free mentobiotics. So you're actually getting Happy Juice plus our adaptogen Mood Plus and our phytonutrient Menta Focus. So additional products for more enhanced results. Here's the Menta Focus I mentioned earlier, supports focus, mental sharpness, clarity, creativity, cognitive functioning, more for adults and kids, although I do have some kids taking half dosage. So talk to me if you have any questions about these. Same with the Mood Plus. For kids, I recommend the saffron extract mood and focus pixie stick. If you're teen or young adult, or even you really has more anxious feelings, tension, anxiety, stress, I highly recommend this Mood Plus, and you can get that with the Happy Mind Pack. And here's the natural adaptogens. There is no other natural mood support on the market that is this comprehensive and this natural. And you can see all the benefits right here. You're going to get these slides. I'm going to send them all out to you. Sleep. We have not talked about sleep. Sleep is a huge thing for our ADHD kiddos. Really, a lot of kids, adults struggle with sleep for various reasons. Some side effect from the medications. Some have a late onset of melatonin. I know my son really struggled with sleep, and the doctor said, well, take a sleep aid or melatonin, the synthetic version of melatonin, over-the-counter melatonin, and that did not help. He woke up groggy every morning. Our body just really doesn't know how to metabolize the synthetic version of a hormone, which is over-the-counter melatonin. So this sleep product, as you can see, features a natural and unique patented non-GMO corn grass that encourages your body to produce its own natural production of melatonin. So really getting your body to produce what it needs. And all these solutions are addressing root cause by getting your body to really getting your gut microbiome to act as an on-demand internal pharmacy, producing what you need, when you need it, and in the right amounts. So this is going to produce serotonin during the day to help with mood. And then your brain is going to take the cue that it's nighttime, and it's going to start converting that serotonin over to melatonin and produce melatonin. So you get to sleep faster, you stay asleep longer, and have less nighttime awakenings. You're going to get more REM sleep, where your brain restores, and more deep sleep, where your body restores. So I don't go without this. My kids don't go without this sleep. It is a fantastic add-on. And these are some of the results that I've gotten from other parents. So my 5-year-old son's kindergarten teacher said, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. They have seen an exceptional change in his behavior. So you can just read some of these. My 9-year-old daughter hates taking her ADHD meds because of the way they make her feel. I'm so glad you helped me get stuff to help her. It's not 100% yet, but it's getting there. And that's what it's just an important point to bring up. This is not an overnight fix. This is not a quick change. You have to give it time. We are shifting the biochemistry in the gut to bring about a more positive change in behavior. So you have to give it time. I tell parents to give it at least 90 days, especially on the gut-brain axis powder. You're going to see some immediate benefits, especially with, like, say, the kids' mood saffron, the cognitive enhancer edge. You're going to see some immediate benefits, but this brings on phased benefits. You're going to see additional benefits in the first month, the second month, and the third month, and it just gets better over time, guys, getting that gut-brain axis to work more efficiently. So these are some of the other testimonials. I had my daughter's parent-teacher conference the other day. They said her behavior changes have been awesome. These are just wins, and I love receiving these every day. Thanks to the Mood Plus, my teenager is more happy than cranky. We have been able to reduce his anxiety meds significantly for the first time ever. These are real, meaningful changes for our kids and our families. And you'll get all of these. I received this the other day. I finally got my second kid to take it, and OMG, her eczema started to heal. Love these products. Guys, our gut is the motherboard. It sends signals. As long as it has the right bacteria strains producing those neurotransmitters. It sends signals out to our body, our systems. It sends signals up to our brain. We just have to get it optimized and working the right way. So this one I received from a mama the other day. I got a call from my son's teacher. She was just raving about him. She said he has done a 180. She says he's engaged and focused and completing schoolwork on his own from start to finish. I am so happy. I am such a happy mom. Thank you so much for everything. I have about 9 pixie sticks left, so I have to purchase soon. But I had to just let you know about his great report. Such a big win for our family and my son. These are real text messages that I'm getting from other mamas. So how to get started. Most of you guys are, have tried the saffron extract pixie sticks. I encourage you to get with me, let me know what's working, what's not. If you haven't tried and evaluated these solutions, I encourage you to either reach out to the person who invited you to this call, if it wasn't me, or respond to the email, get in touch. I'm happy to do one-on-one sessions with anyone that wants to evaluate these protocols. Let me just stop